Welcome my friends, Seven Gray here. Today I'm in Tallahassee, Florida. This is the voting line here for voting today. I'm trying to vote and they're not letting me. Let me explain why. Well, I just came in and sat down here. I'm trying to figure out what to do. It's a complicated situation, and life as a nomad can greatly complicate things with regards to addresses. So I moved to Florida probably 2.5, 3 years ago, moved my residency down here. My rental properties are down here. And I did so by having a friend let me use their address. I rented a room for them for a few weeks. And I used that address of my friends for my driver's license registration and my voter registration. And a few weeks after that, I got a mail service and I updated my address with the Department of Motor Vehicles, my driver's license with the new address, and clicked the little box that said, yes, update my voter registration. So I assumed at that point that my address had been changed for both the driver's license and the voter's registration. And subsequently that service was discontinued and I moved to a new address and did the same thing. DMV, went to the Department of Motor Vehicles, updated my address again, clicked the little box, update voter registration. So I've been using my new driver's license for a while now. I actually have an episode before where I went to Florida Department of Motor Vehicles and dealt with getting that updated. I'll link that above. And I thought that everything was fine, that my voter registration went there until just a few days ago. And that's when I received a text message from my friend saying they received my voter registration at my first address in Florida and it had never been updated. So I went online last week and tried to update the address. And today, trying to vote, apparently it's still stuck down off of the coast down south of Cocoa Beach at my friend's place and not here in Tallahassee where I thought it was. So I'm sort of stuck. I don't know that I'm going to be able to vote in this election, and I would very much like to. So what would you do? Would you drive all the way from Tallahassee down to the coast of Florida to try to vote? Knowing there's probably a 10% chance that they'll let me vote, given that my driver's license does not match the voter registration, and that I don't even have the voter registration ballot card that was sent to my friend. So I'm sort of stuck. Curious your comments, your thoughts. It is the next day, and I have made the command decision that I want to vote this year. And it's worth driving the extra distance. I just did a look here on Google Maps, and it's about 5.5 hours from Tallahassee all the way down to south of Cocoa Beach and Canaveral to where I originally established my address at a friend's place when I moved to Florida. So I'm driving down there. That's a 2-day drive for me, about 2.5, 3 hours each day. I'm only driving a little over 50 miles an hour, 53, 54. Behind me is the step van. Right now, I have made it halfway. I'm at Daytona Beach. This is the home of the Daytona 500 Speedway. Parked at Cracker Barrel, which you can probably see back over here behind me. And right on the other side of the parking lot, that's the stadium right there for the Daytona 500, and the racetrack is right next to me. Heard a couple of cars going out there last night. Let's take a look. Cracker Barrel, for those of you who don't know, is known for having RV parking. All of these are RV parking spots, probably about double the amount of a normal Cracker Barrel. That's the restaurant back over there. And off to the side here, the stadium, and parking for the stadium, and it's really close. It's just beyond these little trees over here is the raceway. Here's the speedway, the stadium. Right there you can see part of the track with the fence around it, and that's the curve of the track over on that side. Big parking lot over here. So today I'm driving from Daytona all the way down to India Atlantic, which is where my residency was originally established, and need to go pick up some documents from my friend and then head to the voting center to see if they'll let me vote. I'm not sure if this will happen or not because my current driver's license has a different address, hoping that they just need it as an ID, a valid official ID with a photo and a signature. And then hopefully I'll be able to vote today and put that extra little checkbox of things accomplished this week. By the way, who I vote for, I guess I feel is my own business. I encourage you to vote whatever your personal preference is for your own reasons. I just think it's important to be involved and to cast that ballot for making the country move in the direction that you feel is the healthiest and the best for you as well as the community around you. So I encourage you to get out there and vote. I've arrived at the voting location. Step in here, parking lot. It doesn't seem to be as much of a line here. This is at a community center. So I'm going to go in and see if they'll let me vote. We'll see how it goes. Doesn't look like there's a line today. This is a Wednesday afternoon. So crossing my fingers that things go well. I'm going to leave the camera here, but I'll report back in just a couple minutes. Well, success. I voted. The lady was a little bit flustered when I checked in and showed her ID. She wasn't going to let me vote. They had to call over a manager to get the approval, but I was able to get the ballot and actually cast my vote. So that is accomplished. Was it worth 5.5 hours driving and 2 days to go from Tallahassee down here? Yeah, I think so. I think this is an important election. I feel strongly about being involved in casting my vote, and that's how strongly I feel. So I encourage all of you to get out there and to vote and get involved. By the way, you're probably wondering, I'm wearing a tank top, not a usual attire for me, but it is hot down here. It's over 90 degrees. Let's see, it is 90 exactly inside of my step van, and I am sweating and roasting in here. I do have AC, but at this point in the season I don't have enough solar coming in. I've got about 250 watts of solar coming in, and my AC requires about 400 to run, and that would just deplete the battery bank in no time. So anyway, I am going to head into a place and try to find some AC as soon as I finish this video. Thank you so much for watching. Savor the moment, and I'll see you in a future video.